What's up, you guys? I am back to bring you another review. This is my season 5, episode 5 review of Married to Medicine. This is my first review actually on Married to Medicine for this season. I have been watching and I have been keeping up with it. And I have been wanting to do the reviews. I just didn't want to do them late. So this will be my very first review, and every Friday after today, I will be reviewing Married to Medicine. So let's go ahead and get into this review. So the episode opens up with the ladies in NOLA. If you all watched last week, Simone decided to take the ladies on a trip, girls trip, to kind of, bring the girls together. I think she called it Black Girl Magic. Just to, take the ladies away from everything that's going on in their lives and just so they can have a good time. Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie pull pull Toya to the side and basically kind of check her about how she came at Quad the night before when she asked her how much sex she was having. And Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone were basically telling her that, there's a place and a time for all of that. And she pretty much put Quad in an uncomfortable situation, and Quad shut down. So then Simone plans an activity for all the ladies. She does not tell them where they are going, so they're on the bus and they're turning up and having a good time. And Dr. Heavenly keeps calling Contessa and Contessa basically checks her, stop calling me that, girl. That's not my damn name. And so I think it was Simone or somebody was like, are you intentionally saying her name wrong? And Dr. Contessa says, well, I usually don't pick on people with disabilities, saying that Heavenly got a speech impediment. And one thing about what I like about Contessa is she don't take no shit. Yes, she's new to the show. Yes, she is new around these group of women, but Contessa is the type of person, if you come for me, I'm going to come back at you. And that's exactly what heavy, big, bad body ass needs. Heavenly likes to push people's buttons. And when they push back, then it's a problem. But you can't do that. And like her daughter always tells her, she's very abrasive because she is. And Heavenly is one of those people, you don't know how she's gonna be from day to day. You don't know if she's gonna have a good day or a bad day. Heavenly's just one of those type of people. And sometimes I like Heavenly, sometimes I don't. I have a love-hate relationship with Heavenly. But anywho, so the ladies finally show up to their event and they find out that it is a swamp tour, and the ladies are like, oh hell no, nah. Especially Dr. Jackie is not here for that shit. She does not want to be in the water. She does not like to be around swamp things. But I just want for Dr. Jackie to open up. Dr. Jackie, even though I love her, she's one of my favorite people on this show. And I hate that she is going through what she's going through in this situation with her husband. But I just want her to loosen up. Dr. Jackie is kind of like a stick in the mud a lot of the times. And it's just it's okay to let loose and have fun. It's okay. And I just feel like she was kind of being a little dramatic. But anywho, but Toya, yeah, when Toya fell off the bus, baby, honey, I got my entire life because Toya busted her ass, honey. So the ladies are on the little swamp tour and everybody seems to be having a good time, except once again Dr. Jackie. She's laying back. I guess I don't know if she was getting seasick or what, but Dr. Simone was asking her, is she okay? And she just kept saying, this is not my thing. And once again, like I said, I want Dr. Heavenly, I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying Heavenly's name. I want Dr. Jackie to open up and have some fun. Like, it's okay to have fun. You don't have to be the mother hen all the time, you know. I think Dr. Jackie needs a little bit of fun, especially to take her mind off of what's going on in her marriage. So then they flash to the hotel, and out steps Mariah. And I'm shocked by this, but I love Mariah, even though a lot of people don't like Mariah. I do not like how things went down with Mariah and how everybody basically took Quad's side in the whole Mariah Quad debacle. Like, I did not like that. Like, even though, yes, Mariah's a bitch. Yes, she is. But that's every one of them have had those issues. Toya's been into it with people. Heavenly has been into it with everybody. Simone, I think the only person that hasn't really had a conflict with somebody really is Dr. Jackie. So for everybody to, you know, treat Mariah the way they treated her, when Mariah was the one that brought this whole cast together and brought these ladies together, I think it's some low-class bullshit. But, you know, that's just my opinion, and maybe I'm a little bit biased because I love Mariah, but at the same time, like I said, I called Mariah out on her bullshit, too. So, the ladies show up to the hotel, and Mariah's waiting in Simone, Dr. Jackie, in Toya's room, and she's like, surprise! And immediately, like, Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie are kind of like, they had that look on their face like, what the hell is she doing here? Why is she here? Type shit. So Toya tells them she invited her and all those things, in hopes that they can kind of hash out their differences with Mariah, because this is a girls trip and it is about bonding. So Toya felt like it was a great idea to bring in what everybody feels is the center of all the issues and all the drama. But my thing is, even with Mariah not being on the show, there's gonna be drama. So, like, my thing is, you can't blame one person for the drama, and then when she's gone, there's still more drama. They did the same thing with Nene on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Anywho, I digress. So Dr. Jackie says she's nervous about Mariah being there. And I honestly feel like, once again, like I said, Mariah is blamed for everything. Everything that happens when Mariah was on the show full time was Mariah's fault. And I don't think that was right. Like, even when, I think, you know, a couple seasons ago when they had the whole cabin experience, when Dr. Simone said that she felt like Mariah shouldn't be included in any more of the events. Like, that really pissed me off, because at the end of the day, Dr. Simone, Mariah has been your friend for years. So for you to have that conversation with everybody else and not try to have a sit down conversation with Mariah, I think was some bullshit. But that's just my opinion. Heavenly and Contessa are talking to Quad, and Heavenly, I think she said something like they're blessed, and because of their husbands or some bullshit like that. So Quad questions her and asked her, did she think that because of her husband that she is blessed the way she is? And Dr. Heavenly basically says, yeah. And Quad is just like in her green screen that she don't know what the hell Heavenly is talking about, and she feels like even without Dr. G that she would be okay. And I think it sounded like Dr. Heavenly was basically saying, like, in order for you to be blessed, you have to have a man or you have to be married, which I think was some bullshit because there are plenty of successful women out here doing what they have to do and they're not married or they don't have a man in their life. So I think, I don't know if that's how she meant it, but that's how it came across. So Quad, once again, wants to feel appreciated by Dr. G, and she doesn't feel like he appreciates her and all that she does for him. Um, so then Heavenly says that she thinks Dr. G is retaliating against Quad because Quad won't give him a baby. Now, in a sense, I can understand where Dr. Heavenly was coming from, but as Contessa said, you don't say that to another woman. Like, you don't know the real reason that Quad won't give him a baby. You're on the outside looking in, and while you may think that Dr. G is a great guy, you don't live in a household with them. So I honestly feel like there is a reason that Quad won't give this man a baby. And I don't think Quad is as shallow to say, oh, I don't want to mess up my body, which is why I'm not giving my husband a baby. I don't think that's it. I think there's some real underlying issues in her marriage, and she does not want to bring a baby into that. Which is a smart thing to do. So Contessa immediately gets upset with Heavenly, like, why do you say that? Like, how do you know she can't have kids? And I think Quad did say before that she could have children. I think it was in one of the reunions or one of the shows that she did make that comment that she could have children. So Contessa is basically like telling Heavenly, you don't say that to somebody, like you don't know what she's going through. And so Heavenly tells Contessa to shut up. So Contessa's like, no, bitch, you shut up. No, you shut up. That's what you should have did, was shut up. So Contessa in her green screen says she doesn't want anything else to do with Heavenly. Like, she's over her. She's tried to give her chances, and Heavenly is just being Heavenly, and Contessa ain't with the shits. So then, like right after that, Mariah comes in with the other ladies, and she's like, hey, and Heavenly is like, ah, like they're hugging her, and Mariah even goes to hug Quad. And I think what's missing from this show is the Mariah Quad relationship. Like, I am one person that really wants them to fix their relationship, even though, like I said, it is a deep, damaged relationship, but I feel like as close as they were, Mariah and Quad can fix their relationship, so I am rooting for them. Then what confused me was Toya got mad because the other ladies, and I guess in her opinion, were being fake. So I don't understand. Did she want them to like cuss Mariah out for being there? Like, did she not want them to be receptive of Mariah? Like, what was her point of bringing Mariah in if she's gonna get angry? Because not only is Mariah being friendly to everybody, everybody's being friendly to Mariah. Even Quad hugged her back, but in her green screen, she was like, back up, girl, give me 50 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, ma'am, Quad's over the top. So then Contessa is like, I'm about to leave. Like, I'm over this shit with Heavenly. Like, I can't stay here. I can't be around her any longer. Like, I ain't got time for the bullshit. Like, I'm just ready to pack up my bags and go back home to my husband and my children. So then we flash to the guys in Atlanta, and everybody's meeting up for cigars, all the husbands. Dr. Damon's there, Cecil's there, Dr. Eugene is there, Dr. Greg's there, and then I think Dr. Scott is Contessa's husband's name. So they're all talking, and they're like, oh, it's Contessa's first trip with the ladies, so be prepared for, her when she comes back. And they basically tell him that, she's gonna come back with an issue with somebody, because that's what all the ladies do when they come back from their trips. So Dr. Scott is basically like, he's not worried. Contessa can hold her own, and clearly she can, because we have saw it. So then Mariah comes in the room with Dr. Heavenly and Quad, and she's like, "Oh, can I sit on the bed?" And Quad's like, "Hell no, you can't sit on our bed." And then she like, gets all dramatic with it, and Mariah like, "Shit, okay." She like, "No, you can sit on the chair." And then she's like, "Girl, sit your ass on the bed." So Mariah walks up to Quad in the bathroom, and she was like, "We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna play that game, or we're not gonna do that type of game here," or some shit she said like that. And Quad's just like, "Okay, basically we ain't gonna do it." Like, you know what I'm saying? I think Quad was trying to break the ice a little bit, but when your relationship is not where it used to be, you can't really, it's not, you really can't have a conversation like that, trying to break the ice, because both of you are on the fence. So while you may have been joking with Mariah kind of maybe felt like you were not. So Quad, they tell Quad and the ladies that Contessa wants to leave because of what Heavenly, said. And then Quad goes to find Contessa and tells her, you ain't gonna leave. Like, ain't nobody gonna make you leave. Like, we here to have a good time. Like, put all the bullshit behind us, and let's just do what we can do and have a good time and enjoy each other. So Heavenly wants Jackie to kind of mediate the situation with her and Contessa, as she say. So she apologizes to Contessa, and Contessa apologizes to her, and they squashed their little beef or whatever. So then we go to Simone and Toya, and Simone is actually talking to Mariah and telling her, you need to go talk to Toya about, the attitude that she has or whatever is going on with her. And then so Toya, I guess, overhears, and so she makes a comment kind of snappy with Simone. So Simone is like, "No, we not getting ready to do this shit. Like, I ain't got nothing for you. I don't have this kind of time. This is not what we gonna do. We're not gonna do this right now." So then Mariah goes in a room with Toya and tells Toya, "Why did you bring me here? Did you want them to be mad at me when I came in? Or, because you got upset when, everybody was kind of speaking and being friendly?" And she was like, "Well, no, I just can't deal with the fakeness." But the thing about it, though, Toya, this trip is not for that. Like, you brought them in, like, Simone brought everybody to New Orleans to have a good time. So for you to get upset because nobody was mad that Mariah was there was kind of like, why the fuck did you want her to come anyway? It don't make sense to me. So then we go back to the guys in Atlanta, and Cecil's telling everybody that Miles, I think it's their oldest son, he's getting ready to go off to college, and he's going to Howard University. And he's just saying, he didn't want to cry, but he was so proud of his son, and how Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly's son, when he graduated and went off to college, he basically paved the way. So Miles is now paving the way for the other young children on the show. And you can kind of tell, like, when Dr. Cecil was, not Dr. Cecil, because Cecil's not a doctor. When Cecil was talking, you can kind of tell that Dr. G was feeling some type of way, because he was acknowledging everybody and their kids, and Dr. G doesn't have that. So, I feel like, if all your husband is asking of you is for a baby, then you should compromise. But at the same time, I feel like if Quad is not getting what she needs from her husband, then you don't want to bring a baby into that, because babies don't fix things. That's what people think. Babies fix things, and they just don't. Um, and Quad says in her little green screen, if her marriage was where it was, then she would absolutely give Dr. G a baby. And that makes me think that there are some underlying issues in their marriage. So, Quad and Jackie are talking about Mariah being there. And then Quad opens up to Dr. Jackie and she says that she's missing the emotional connection from her husband. She's saying it's not about the money. Like, I really feel like Quad really loves her husband. And over the last few episodes, Dr. G has been a complete asshole to Quad. So it kind of shows you what type of person that he is behind the scenes. Now he's just bringing it onto camera, and there was some very real moments. And even the moment that Quad had with Dr. Jackie was very real because you could see the hurt and the emotion in her face. And Quad is just like, she just wants to feel appreciated. And she doesn't feel that at all when it comes to her husband. And then she asked Dr. Jackie, did she tell Curtis that she appreciated him, and Dr. Jackie was saying, maybe she didn't tell him enough. And Quad was saying, when you don't get that from your spouse, it hurts. And I can kind of understand that when you're in a relationship with somebody that you love and you're married and you've been with for years and you do everything you can do for them and they don't appreciate the things that you do, yeah, I can absolutely understand how that can hurt you as a person. Um, and then Quad says that some of the things that Dr. G has said to her have been really foul and nasty things. And we saw a little bit of it when she did the romance on the table dinner for him. And he was just like, the stuff that he was saying was very disgusting. And I was always one of those people that liked Dr. G, but he is showing a complete different side to himself this season, and I am, for one, am not liking it. Um, and then Claude just basically says she's tired of sacrificing her happiness, and if you're not happy in your marriage, like, either do something about it or just leave it alone. Like, you can't sacrifice your happiness for somebody else, and if they're happy in the relationship and you're not happy, what's the point? What's the purpose? When you're in a relationship with somebody, the relationship is about making each other happy, not about one person being happy and the other person being unhappy. It just doesn't work like that. So then Simone and Dr. Jackie talked to Toya and asking her, why she felt like it was a good idea to bring Mariah and that she should ask Mariah what her intentions are to coming back around. And I honestly feel like Mariah just misses her group of friends. She has said it on countless occasions that she misses her relationship with these ladies, and especially Quad, because Quad and Mariah were really, really close, as well as Dr. Simone. So I'm pretty sure it stung a little bit to, end their friendships. So they're having their little slumber party meetup or whatever. And then when Mariah shows up, it's just awkward. And I really hate that. Like, at this point, I just feel like Mariah should just be done with it, because it's clear that these ladies don't want you around. And as much as you want to salvage the relationships you have with these ladies, it's clear they're not with it. So don't keep, trying to put yourself in a situation where you're not wanted. Like, I wouldn't. Shit, I wouldn't give a fuck. So then Toya explains to the ladies why she felt the need to invite Mariah on the trip. And so Mariah basically apologizes to the ladies, and she says that she is ready to move on. She has put the past behind her, and she is just looking forward to the future. So then they asked the ladies individually, how do they feel about, bringing Mariah back into the circle? And Heavenly is willing to move forward. And Dr. Jackie basically says that it will take her some time. That her and Mariah will have to have a sit down one-on-one to hash out their issues. So she's not going to say yes, like everything is okay. So then Quad confronts Mariah about what she said. I don't know if it was last season or the season before last, where Mariah had said that Quad was living in her car. And Quad is basically saying it's not true. Mariah said it was true. But at this point, Quad, I feel like you're using that one thing as an excuse not to reconcile with Mariah, because I feel like there have been other things that were said about you, especially when it came to Lisa Nicole, when she said you and Mariah were having a lesbian relationship. You got over that. So for you to be mad because Mariah said that you were homeless and you're still carrying that, to me is bullshit. And I just feel like if you don't want to move on and you don't, want to be friends with Mariah, let the issues go. You can be cordial to somebody and be in the same space with them and not have a relationship with them. Like, people do it every single day. Like, there are people that you're going to be around that you don't like, and you don't have to be their friend. And I just feel like her saying that, oh, I don't want to be around her, or I don't want to reconcile with her, that is completely and utterly up to you. That is your decision. Like I said, Mariah is she was one of my favorite people on this show. But Mariah has done some things, as well as everybody else on this show. So you can't sit up here and you can't pick and choose what you want to forgive people for. Either you gonna be cool with the girl or you ain't. I feel like I said, everybody, if Toya and Mariah had a fight, physical, and they have been able to move past their issues, and you're still holding on to the fact that Mariah said you were homeless, well, girl, you ain't homeless now. So let that shit the fuck go. Which is basically what Mariah said. Mariah's telling her to let it go. And she says they're even. And Quad says, no, we're not even. And then Quad basically says she's done with Mariah. And the episode goes off. Like I said, I honestly feel like everybody needs to let the whole situation with Mariah go. Like, it's kind of seeming like a game of, oh, you can't be in our clique or you can't be in our circle, which is fucked up, because each individual lady has had good times and friendships with Mariah. So for everybody to kind of like turn their back on her and just kind of shade her, even though Mariah throws shade too, they all throw shade at each other. So everybody want to pinpoint the blame at Mariah. Nah, like, all y'all do it. Mariah just cut people with her words, and that's what it is. That's what it's about in an argument. So if you can't take it, then don't argue with no fucking body. But anywho, that is my recap on tonight's episode. Tell me what you thought about tonight's episode down in the comments section. Make sure you thumbs up this video. Subscribe to my channel and turn your notification buttons on. Like I said, I will be bringing a lot of reviews for the different shows that are coming up. And I will have my Real Housewives of Atlanta season 10 recap on Sunday. So I guess I will talk to you guys later. Bye.